Welcome back to the PukaFly's. This is officially day 2. It's been almost a while, but kind of the idea of the commute. If you guys got questions about how I'm doing my classes or my school in general, my flight school, comment down below what your questions might be, or even just general aviation questions, I guess. I feel like that would also just be a good test for me to be able to reply what I think the answers might be. But getting back to today, me and my flight instructor, we were just kind of standing by to see how the weather was going to work out today. Weather's not good for flying, especially as a student pilot, so going to be doing mostly ground work. But me and the whole family's out here. I'll probably be out here for at least 3-4 more days, and then we'll fly back home to Hawaii. So kind of what I meant by commute. So if you guys got questions about how I go about it, comment down below, and any other questions you might have. Gonna take you guys through today's itinerary. Mostly groundwork, and tomorrow it's supposed to be clearing up weather-wise, so maybe might fly out tomorrow, or might fly tomorrow, get some more hours logged in, and then hopefully Thursday and Friday. So 3 days of flying. It's supposed to clear up by tomorrow, so we'll see how it all goes. But yeah, welcome back to the PukaFly's, and I'm just arriving at St. George Airport right now, which is the location of where my school is. But yeah, come along for the ride, show you guys around, and then I'll probably be doing like a full next 2 or 3 days coverage. So if it looks like we're all of a sudden in the air, or also if the sky's cleared up, it's probably another day, but I'll let you guys know what the plans are. But yeah, let's go to school. Managed to get in, managed to take off. Logged in another hour, a little over an hour, but was kind of good. The whole plan was to come in and play it by ear. It eventually started clearing up, so it was good enough weather to fly. It should be a little more clear tomorrow, which will be Wednesday, and then probably rain again on Thursday. But tomorrow we'll still play it by ear, but most likely aiming to fly again at 1 o'clock, probably a little longer, which is good. The more hours I can log in, the better. So the big target for my PPL is 40 hours or more, but usually once you start hitting that 40 hours, it's all a matter of when the pilot's ready for their check ride. My big target right now, or my main objective now, according to my flight instructor, is to start getting in my first solo, which is basically flying the plane on my own, both taking off and landing. That's doing it 3 times, which is kind of another big checklist as far as objectives to receive my PPL. But I'm gonna check back in tomorrow at 1 o'clock and most likely be flying again, but we'll check in for that. Yeah, see you tomorrow.
So that'll be our takeoff and our climb out, right? We're shooting for 80 knots. Is that pretty straightforward?
Yeah.
Any questions?
Yeah.
On that? Okay. So
Now, yesterday when I added throttle, I added it too slow, right? Because I did more of a gradual.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. I'm trying to remember actually exactly. So yeah, it's not good to throw it all the way in.
Jump straight through it.
But yeah, we need to get all the way full. That way we're not using up like a ton of runway.
A full runway.
Yeah,
Okay.
before we get all of that usable power.
Gotcha.
So instead of mixture, we're not going to touch mixture this whole time. So I'm just going to exclude it. I'm going to write flaps here. Meaning like we'll start off with flaps at 14 degrees, and once we start climbing out, right, we'll bring those flaps
back up.
Okay. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. And so the crosswind is going to be exactly the same as this. Just still climbing up to pattern altitude, which in this and St. George, it's going to be 1,000 feet above whatever the field elevation is, unless otherwise specified. So in like St. George, it's 3,900.
Yeah. Okay.
So when we're looking at those gauges,
As opposed to the 23 that we're usually at cruising altitude.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the reason being is we want to be at 90 knots or less.
Or less.
Yep.
In order to
So we're ready to
pull first notch of flaps.
Good. Yep.
Okay.
Then we can start making that base turn. We want to slow, so we're at least below 78 knots, and we can add flaps to 28 degrees and hold about 75 knots on this leg. And then when we get lined up, we're clearing final, right? We're making sure, seeing whether we're high or low, adjusting power as necessary. And then we can make that turn to final. And at this point, if we want to go full flaps, we can do that, or maintain 28 degrees and just pitch for 70 knots as we head towards the runway.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Any questions with